I ain't got nothing done yet. I just been out here listening to the birds, watching the cows, watching the calves, watching the sprinkler, watching for that orb to show up where I could actually get a shot of it. So there's our sunrise. I come out, there wasn't any on the pasture. Now it's shining out there nicely. I need to go move that little traveler, but the next move is over here by that tree and then across below the barn, and that's where I got to go through to feed that other group of cows some bales. So I'm kind of stalling on that. A little early to be running a loader past the house. Yes, I'm nice. I don't wake everybody up when I get up. I come out and do a lot of stuff and try to keep it quiet. I mean, really, I could probably come grab these 2 bales and take them down now, but I got the pallet forks on, and that's not the best to carry them with, especially bouncing across pasture. And I got to go past the house and the trailer to get to the bale spears, so yeah. Horny boy there. I think that's Mini Moo's calf, but I'm not sure. Curious one over here staring through the gate. And one little girl there getting some breakfast. Cows are looking thin. Some of them especially. I think she got shortchanged as a 3-year-old. That kind of seems like the final magic year. If you can keep them very well fed up till they're 3, they usually hold their weight pretty good the rest of their life. But we seem to have an issue keeping them well fed up till they're 3. The 2-year-olds get all right because they end up away from the cows. But 3-year-olds are usually in general population, and they just don't get what they need. Between getting butted out, maybe not getting the best quality feed. I mean, they're healthy, but they'll always be skinny. And she's one of them. We've looked at her a few times before. Her calf looks just like her in the head, markings and everything. Light's getting wrong. There's a bunch of calves down here by those steers. They tend to like it down there. I don't know why. This is the first year I've ever noticed them hanging around by the steers. Not like they know the steers until they came out in the world and got down over here. You know, I could see it if they grew up together, but obviously they couldn't have. Oh well, I gotta get something done. Get this on camera. That would be Dino sitting. Yes, bulls sit. Once in a while cows do too. We've had a couple of them that they like to sit a lot. I don't know why. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna growl. I don't know if you heard it or not. He's got a really quiet, low tone. But there you have it. Now you know Dino sits. It's just on the other side of the cab of the excavator down there. Turn them into that green piece up there, but they don't know it yet. I'm not sure why she stopped. They slowed down, then she stopped. When she stopped, they stopped. They'll be happy here in a minute. And if I take my glasses off, I can see the screen better. Yeah, I don't know where to go. I gotta find a spot where you can see. Spin you around, make you dizzy, and try it again. If she goes through the gate, Instead of stopping clear up there, they will follow her. Instead, she stops by there so they think the wire's still up. I don't understand that. But look, they figured it out. She should have driven out farther out of their way, but that's okay. I think there's a bunch of happy cows there. What do y'all think? Happy cows? And red and blue helped get the last couple calves out of the feed barn. I didn't want the calves to get left behind, because then they'd get up there and they wouldn't find mommy, because mommy'd be clear back there over the hump and they couldn't see him. Red's still chasing off out there. Blue's down here by the creek. Oh yeah, and the other group, they're all down there being pissed off. We're keeping something growing where they're at anyway. Okay, that's about enough. I think they're all up there now. I came out and moved the little traveler out and stretched it back out where it was again. And these girls heard me. I came up here to make sure this one is still going, because for some reason we've had it stop a couple times. I don't know why. It's still going. The other one, I found an issue with the belt this morning, and yeah, it's fixed for now. Number one is tedder raking the first two of the last stuff that we cut. I told you it got rained on 2 mornings in a row, so it was tough enough. If we get her done, it's supposed to be cooler, so it ain't gonna dry as well anyway. But hopefully, maybe bail tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to be like 4 different places at once. I've never figured out how to do that, because I really need to go down to the irrigation store, see if they can get me a belt for that little traveler. I definitely need a piece of 2.5-inch hose for feeding it. I mean, that sucker's spewing so much. It's a good soaker hose. Which down there, it's kind of nice, because maybe it'll soak some of them gophers out. I tried digging a gopher hole up, but we got some gophers around here that learn from the moles. Moles will always backfill their holes. They push up, and then they usually anywhere from 1 foot to 3 feet a tunnel they'll pack back with dirt. Gophers, it's usually just they plug the hole and leave it at that. But we've had some that I dug one out. I dug 5 feet out, and I never did find the end of where he was. That's been, I don't know, quite a few years ago now. But I know it was a gopher hole I was into, and I dug back about 1.5 feet and never found the end, and it was underwater, and I just had my hand digging it. And, maybe some will soak through it and it'll break it loose and flood him out. I don't know. It'd be nice. There's a big enough puddle there to do it. Then it's kind of like, it'd be really nice if you could just take the end of that gun right there and handle it. Stuff it down in a freaking hole and let them have it. See if you can blow them out the other end. We usually smoke them with propane torch and burning sulfur, but I mean, even in here with all the annuals that are dried up, that's going to start something. Even though this has been watered, it's still drier than shit. I mean, keep in mind, this is only like 2 days off water, and you can't tell. There's a spot there that's kind of dark colored, but I mean, the rest of it isn't. Maybe it's 3 days off. Yeah, today'd be day 3. Oh well, it is what it is. But they're up here enjoying their grass. They grazed their way to the trees behind me and spent the day there, and finally come out. So, of course, I think they got fooled. It's a little cooler than it's been. I don't think we're to 90 degrees yet. They say the high is supposed to be 87 or 88, I think. Something like that. And of course, the way they've been doing that, like I say, they're always 5 to 10 degrees off for what we end up. So, oh well. Little traveler's still moving. It's got a few more hours. I'm thinking I just missed this group of cows because the floats are running over here, and I don't see any water in the trough. Hope they didn't drink any fish up. Didn't buy them for sushi, right? I don't see any water from here. And the other group of cows, well, they're not under the building over here, so that means they're hiding back there in the trees, probably back by the falls in a cool spot that they like. And I think the weatherman missed it today. Our high was supposed to be like 86, 87, something like that. Well, it was 84 at, what, 11 o'clock, 11:30, somewhere in there. And we've had an east wind most of the day. East wind raises the temp pretty good usually. And it feels more like it's 90 something out here. But I gotta see what's not left in here. That's the bad thing when they don't have access to the creek. And yeah, algaes are growing. Holy moly. I haven't been over here to look at since we put these fish in. And they're like 4 or 5 times bigger than they were then. I think 20 went in. I don't know how many are still here, but I'm going to say it's close to that. Well, between that group there, if you can kind of see them, and there's another group that underneath that bar. I can't see all of them because of the algae, but I counted 17. So that's pretty good. This is where I wish we had a float that would actually flow a lot more water. And we used 2 of them. And for, normal, that's plenty. Even in the mornings when they eat grain, they come out and take a drink, but they don't drain it. It's when they've been clear out all day and they finally come back in and they're thirsty and they fight over getting into it. Hey, I can fit through there. So anyway, number 1, got those 2 patches Tedder raked. She went home. She said the one was probably dry enough to bale. Kinda ain't worth going to bale right now, because I think it's too dry. If it was dry enough earlier, I know it's too dry now. And tomorrow, with everything I've wanted to get done in the last couple days, plus what I need to get done, that's going to be interesting. Because I need to go to the irrigation parts store. And I need to see if Tom can make me a piece for that mower, because I can't find the material here to do it. Kind of pissing me off. I got everything way too big and way too small and nothing the size I need. And hay to deliver, hay to get put in the barn. But I figure we get the mower out of the way, then I can get unhooked, because I think it's going to be easier to have it unhooked to fix the hydraulic leak on the tractor anyway. We got to pull the frickin' dual hub off and slide the wheel out to be able to access the valve pack. Because I ain't that tiny. Now, my kids were that tiny, but they were like, 3 or 4 years old at the time. And hopefully I can use that tractor and a chain to get the Versatile off its blocks and get it rolled back so I can get hay put in the barn. All things that just take time. You get an idea how hard the wind's blowing. Water's landing on the ground about 20 feet from where it should. It's kind of nice right here between the bends. It's not blowing much, but I can hear it up in the trees behind me. Obviously, you watch it there, so. Anyway, that's our Sunday. Fed bales. I'll do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bales today. But hopefully that'll keep us good for a while, especially where this one group's out on new grass. The other one, they're going to burn through what's down there, but that ought to last them a few days. It doesn't look like they've hardly touched them, but they were in there earlier. They haven't got them knocked around yet anyway. And yeah, that waggle isn't all me. Part of that's the breeze. So anyway, thanks for watching.